The Mandalorian is all the rage, all the talk on the interwebs these days, and I've got a juicy rumor for you. I mean, a juicy rumor for you. All I can say is,
hello there.
It's like the news, but for nerds. Shout out to a wonderful bug. Indeed, Greedo is a Rhodian. Make sure you stay at the end of this video where we will ask another nerd card question. What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday to you. Welcome back to the show, and I want to announce that tonight I will be live streaming Jedi Fallen Order, and I'm going to be doing it all night long. Like, for real, we're going to stream all night long. And that's going to happen here on this channel tonight. I think at like 9:30 or 10, because I'm picking up my copy at like 9 o'clock tonight. So if you're interested in checking the game out, you want to watch me play through it, experience all the crazy Star Wars things that happen together, we will be doing that tonight. Oh, and also Marvel people, there's totally Marvel news out there. Just nothing crazy, and it's just a big Star Wars week. Just get off my back. Okay, so let's get into this news, guys. This is super wild. I was actually working on a different script when I saw this pop up. This was something that Jason Ward talked about in his review of The Mandalorian. Now, this all has to do with The Mandalorian and a very, very crazy rumor that, if true, could be just the most mind-blowing thing. But I need to say, spoiler warning, if you haven't seen Mandalorian Episode 1, get on out of here, because we got to talk some spoilers. So in that episode, we get some flashbacks of the Mandalorian, who, by the way, we also know his name now, but I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, we get flashbacks in Episode 1 talking about, or showing us rather, his upbringing, or this tragedy that befell him when he was a young person. And you can see B-2 battle droids, you can see some of the prequel era ships there, and people are suggesting, a lot of people were talking about how this is likely during the prequels, that during the prequels, this was one of the planets that was attacked by the Separatist army, and that he was found and saved from that planet as a child, and that's when he gets adopted into Mandalorian culture as a foundling. Now, what Jason talked about in his video, and I want to be clear here, he is reporting this as a rumor for now, because it is something he heard from one source, but was not able to verify from anyone else. So either it's not true, or it's so super juicy that his other sources are not confirming it. Either way, here's what he said. He said that they're going to explore that a little bit more, and that a Obi-Wan Kenobi might be in the Mandalorian television show, and Obi-Wan might be the person that saves the Mandalorian.
No way. No way. No way. No way. No way.
And I want to nerd out about why that's so cool, but let's just talk about, from just a news perspective, why we might believe this rumor. Number one, they are doing an Obi-Wan Kenobi series with Ewan McGregor. That's confirmed. They're doing it. There were also rumors that they were setting up something within the Solo trilogy, and some kind of a connection there, maybe to the Obi-Wan series. And, you know, it's just a Star Wars thing, man. We were always thinking, are these characters going to intersect, or is this character going to show up on this show or that show? And with Obi-Wan clearly playing a large role, not only in the Clone War era, but having a lot of connections to Mandalore. I mean, if you watch the Clone Wars, you know what I'm talking about. He literally is fighting on Mandalore. He is fighting against Death Watch. He's like, Maul is in charge of Mandalore at one point, and he helps rectify that. He fell in love with Duchess Satine, who is literally of Mandalore. So Obi-Wan, a lot of connections to Mandalore. This could be a really great way to sort of hype up the Obi-Wan series, get people really excited. I mean, guys, this is why people are so excited about the Obi-Wan series in general, is Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi is a very beloved character. Like, he's probably one of the best things in the prequels, and the people that love the prequels love him just as much, if not more, as everybody else that thinks he's the best part of it. So it just makes a lot of sense. So, to be clear, rumor for now, but they might explore more of the Mandalorian's backstory, where he gets attacked and his family gets killed perhaps by the Separatist army and the droids. And the rumor is that Ewan McGregor might show up as Obi-Wan Kenobi and be there and be the one to sort of liberate and save the Mandalorian. Okay, so that's what's official. Let's get into speculation town, baby. It's such a good week for Star Wars. This is awesome. Okay, so from a lore perspective, this could be amazing. Like, not only could this really play off some of the things that happened in Clone Wars, but the idea of being a foundling, and the idea of him being saved by a Jedi, the thing that he finds a young Yoda at the end of this show. Like, I'm just seeing a lot of possibilities here for tying this all together. If the Mandalorian Mandalorian himself is saved by Obi-Wan, and maybe Anakin, whoa, save that. We're going to get into that. But if he's saved by Obi-Wan Kenobi and has some experiences as a young boy with a Jedi, and one of the coolest Jedis ever, could that form his moral compass? Could we see like the messages of Obi-Wan or some lesson be conveyed by the Mandalorian? And not only that, what about the foundling idea itself? Is Obi-Wan sponsoring him? Does he bring him to Duchess Satine? When is the timeline of when the dude loses his family and when he supposedly gets rescued by Obi-Wan? And how does that lead into Mandalorian culture? That's very interesting. And frankly, there's so much cool history between the Mandalorians and the Jedi. And, you know, I'm really hoping that a lot of that gets explored and expounded upon. And I just see this as an avenue for them to do that. And now let's get to what we're really all thinking, man. Could we see the Chosen One? Could we see Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi in this show? Sort of hearkening back to something that happens in Clone Wars, but in live action? Wow. Like, dude, that would be absolutely amazing. I don't think any Star Wars fan would look at that and be like, that's okay. Nostalgia, memberberry. No, that's going to hype people up. That's why I'm so adamant about Anakin being in Episode 9, because I think it's just like a crowd pleaser. It's exactly the type of thing you want to do in a movie like that. And if this show is really going to be this thing as a launch pad for all of these other shows and sort of set the tone for what we're going to be expecting of the Disney Plus Star Wars content over the next couple of years, why not, man? Why not? Throw them in there. Dude, do it. I have spoken. But that's the news. That's the rumor and me nerding out a bit about the possibilities. But I want to know what you think about this. Do you want this to happen? Do you expect this to happen? I mean, it kind of makes sense for a lot of stuff they're lining up, but it is technically just a rumor for now. So I definitely want to know what you think about this in the comments section below. I want to remind everybody we are streaming some games tonight on the Den of Nerds. Here on this channel, we're going to be streaming Jedi Fallen Order, probably starting at like 9:30 or 10. And over on our gaming channel, Justin's going to be streaming Pokemon Sword and Shield all night long. So make sure you're coming up by, having fun, hanging out with us tonight. It's going to be super cool. And now let's check the nerd card before we get out of here. I want to know, what is the alien species of the dude that gets cut in half in The Mandalorian Episode 1? Answer that question in the comment section below. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.